The product we decided to promote for our 30-second TV advertisement is a garden shovel because we saw it as unique and challenging. The brand name we decided on is Grandpa's Garden. We decided on this name because of the values we wish to promote and the customers we wish to communicate with. Our construction of the advertisement strategically incorporates a balance of humour and logic to sell the garden shovel. It homes in on the elderly's stereotypical fear of break-ins and hatred of teenagers. Here is our storyboard. The opening shot sets the scene with a dark sky, moon, and owl hooting. It is dark and there appears to be no one around until someone sounds outside a herd. The noise is a bunch of young and reckless teenagers laughing and persuading one of their friends to break into the house. The next scene is an elderly man sleeping, but is woken by the sound of a window smash downstairs. He then grabs his trusted Grandpa's garden shovel as a weapon and uses the shovel as a cane as well as he walks downstairs. The Jaws theme song is played while he is walking to enhance the dramatization of the scene and parody a well-known film. As he gets closer to the intruder, the well-known psycho sound effect is played and he swings the shovel and hits him. However, the viewer does not see the intruder physically harmed. Instead, a noise of a shovel hitting the intruder is evident and a thump to indicate a sudden drop to the floor is included. The death is subtly indicated as it has to be suitable for a G-rated time slot. The last scene in the advertisement shows the grandpa out in his garden with his grandchildren playing in the yard. He is patting down a mound, which can be interpreted as a grave. The grandpa then smiles, winks, and looks at the screen. Simultaneously, the words, "also suitable for gardening," appear. It demonstrates the shovel has more than one use. Our ad creates a memorable, humorous advertisement that sticks in the consumer's mind and persuades them to buy this shovel over other competing brands.
Our ad aims to position the audience to either support the old man's hatred of young people or enable the audience to relate to the stereotype of grandpas. The name Grandpa's Garden has been chosen for myriad of reasons. We aim to enhance the consumer's attitudes towards the brand by naming it Grandpa's Garden, allowing the majority of the population that has positive associations with their grandpas to feel a sense of trust with the brand. Another example of this in real life is the popular and trusted brand Uncle Toby's. The brand name also includes alliteration, a poetic language technique often used in persuasion. This, along with the trust factor and the humour in our ads, allow the brand to stand out in the consumer's mind and be remembered. Our overall brand concept is a garden shovel from a trusted range of products from Grandpa's Garden, and our TV ad demonstrates the product's multi-use, while specifically being targeted at retirees who generally love gardening. The advertisement for Grandpa's Garden shovel communicates effectively with its target audience in numerous ways. First of all, the advertisement is about an elderly gentleman whose house is broken into in the middle of the night, using his first choice of weapon, a garden shovel. It is simple but uses humour to ensure people remember the brand name. The demographic for Grandpa's Garden is an Australian elderly man who is retired. The reason for targeting a male audience is due to the fact that they are more highly likely to take up the hobby of gardening when retired, while stereotypically women are more likely to choose domestic roles. This was successfully communicated through the advertisement with the use of an elderly man. He is also the centre of attention, which furthermore enhances the fact that he is the target of the brand. The advertisement also targets the audience by tapping into a personal level of insecurity and desire to be safe. From an Australian viewpoint, cricket bats would ideally be used for a choice of weapon if a break-in were to happen. However, the advertisement further points out that the shovel is an elderly man, as he is past the appropriate or suitable age for cricket and has moved on to his new hobby of gardening. Therefore, a shovel becomes his new tool and weapon of choice. Using satire is the final way of communicating to an older demographic. This is effective as it creates a catchy and memorable advertisement. The satire is also subtle yet suitable for a chosen age group while maintaining a G rating for the general Australian public.
Our advertisement's intended meaning is to promote the shovel and brand name and brand as a family-oriented, strong, trustworthy product. To do this, the ad incorporates framing and signs. We incorporated framing throughout our ad to reinforce humour and to create explicit imagery and associations within the viewers' minds. One of the main jokes we use in our ad is the multi-uses of our product, as the product is used as both a gardening tool and a weapon. We applied intertextual references by using the Hollywood stereotype of using a baseball or cricket bat as a potential weapon against intruders, and instead had our character use a garden shovel. We also referred to specific movies in the confrontation scene, the Jaws theme song and the Psycho sound effects, to create a horror theme and make the ad humorous, and to also create a certain familiarity for the audience. We also made use of extra textual framing to more effectively communicate meaning. For example, the well-known stereotype of old people having disgruntled feelings toward teenagers and enjoying gardening as a pastime. The fear of break-ins is also an extra textual framing for our ad, as this is a common fear shared by many, specifically and stereotypically the elderly. The ad utilizes signs to clearly communicate the ad's meaning. Icons, indexes, and conventional signs are evident throughout the 30-second clip. Signs such as colour and various props indicate to the audience the values of Grandpa's garden. The intruder, for example, will only be seen as a black silhouette or shadow. Both the colour black and shadows have negative connotations in culture today and are usually associated with evil. They are both examples of conventional signs we intend to incorporate into the ad. Our idea is to produce an advertisement parodying a horror film in which we would use stereotypical indexes usually seen in horror films. Examples of these are the initial camera shots showing dark cloudy sky, an owl hooting, and the sound effects from Jaws and Psycho. Each index is associated with a horror movie, which communicates our idea to the audience. Another conventional sign is the mound of dirt at the end of the ad representing a burial ground. Overall, we have created an advertisement that successfully communicates our brand's concept to the target market using framing, signs, and demographics.